Hi, this is Karen and welcome to another card making tutorial at dolallycrafts. I don't have a card to point to today to say this is the card we're making today. I'm actually making this on the fly, only because the card that I planned to make, I started the video and made a major blunder. This is my Versamark, which I was planning on using on the card that I was making originally. See what happened? I have to order a new one. That's Blackberry Bliss, the worst staining colour in our whole collection to date. Versamark will be used in future, but only on dart cards, and only when I'm going to be using a powder that's going to cover that. And I wasn't exactly sure that the card I was planning on making would actually hide the damage that I'd made to the Versamark. I'm placing an order tomorrow, so when the order goes in, I will order a new Versamark. Wasn't planning on it, but it's going to happen now. That's a sneak peek of the card that I was going to make for you. It will happen, but not until next week now, and I think you'll think it is gorgeous. So that can go aside. I'm using the Floral Essence set only because I don't have any of the new papers. I haven't had a chance to order anything. Well, haven't been able to afford to order anything yet. So when I rejoined, I got a free paper pack as part of the joining offer. That's finished now, but it gave me some different papers to use. So I did actually order the Dino Days bundle before it was discontinued as a bundle. You can still buy the stamps, you can still buy the dies, but you can't save the 10%. So I got this when I rejoined, and I thought, well, I'm going to be a nana or grandma, so this might come in handy if I've got boys or girls who have a fascination for dinosaurs. So today I'm making a friendship card using Dino Days and the Dino dies. Okay, I've already cut the card base. I'm pretty sure this is Old Olive. And if it's not Old Olive, it's Pear Pizzazz. I'm still not 100%. Let's see. Ugh. Drag my Pear Pizzazz out. No, it's definitely not Pear Pizzazz, but is it Old Olive? It's not Old Olive either. It could be Mossy Meadow. Aha, there we go. It's Mossy Meadow. I don't use Mossy Meadow very often because I'm not a fan of green, especially the really dark green. However, it went really nicely. I like the Poppy Parade. I think that's the Poppy Parade paper or DSP, but I thought it went well with that. And I'm not even sure what set that one's out of. So I thought, well, I can see a bit of that colour there, and that's in the same tone. So we're creating on the fly. Let's see how I do. So where's my mini paper trimmer? I need this to be, let's see, that's 10.5. So I need this to be 9.5 tall, so that we get a 1/2 centimetre. And for those who work in inches, which I normally do, it's 3 3/4 inches will be just about right for there. And I need to take off about 3/4 inch. We'll start off with a 1/2 inch and see if that's the right size. No, it does need to come off. That extra 1/4 inch needs to come off. So flip it round and that will be approximately, I'm not doing approximates, I'm no good with approximates. Let's bring this in, and 1/4 of an inch is there. Okay, let's see if I got that estimate right. Okay, so that's that. So I'm going to bring in my snail. I'm actually getting the new one in my order. Oh, doesn't want to go. Okay, it's really not my night for recording, is it? Okay, that worked, and it's making a noise again. Okay, so bring in the front of the card. That's the back. Bring in the front of the card, and we'll just stick this across here. This is what happens when you procrastinate about what card you're going to make, and you put it off and you put it off and you put it off, and then when you finally come to do it, nothing goes right. Okay, I'm going to bring in another scrap of the old olive and my trimmer again. As you can see, this is definitely on the fly. Push that out the way, and I'm going to make this at 5 3/4 inches, which is the height of the card, or the width of the card in this case, since we're doing it landscape. Okay, so that's going to go like that. Yes, and then I need to do the same with this one. Whoops. So I need it to be, how wide is that? Say that's 1 3/4. So if we make this 1 1/2, try to see if this has got any orientation. I think that's about right. So that's 1 1/2, and we will take it to 5 3/4. Take the end off. Bring this back in. And, whoops, pop this in the middle there, and we've got approximately 1/8 of a border, top and bottom. And I'm just going to trim that edge, because even without my reading glasses on, I could see that that's stuck over the edge there. Okay, so that will go across there. Actually, I don't mind that. So in with dimensionals, and I'm going to put 6 on because it's a fairly long piece, and we don't want it collapsing when it goes through the mail. Not that I know who to send this one to, because I don't know. Oh yes, I do know somebody with little boys. Yes, I do. So now I've got in my head who I'm going to send this to, and it'll brighten their day, I hope. It's actually one of my clients that I made their wedding invitations. They're now married and they have 2 little boys. So this will be ideal for them. Okay, in with some scrap Whisper White. I do have some around here. Okay, it's a rather large piece, but never mind. And what colour will we do this? Mango Melody. It's a nice bright dinosaur colour. Oops, yes, I think Mango Melody will look really nice. And I'm doing a long neck. I don't know if anybody out there ever saw the Land Before Time series, but Miss 16 had, I think, all of them at one stage recorded when we had Foxtel. and she loved watching them ad nauseum. So, of course, I got to see all of them repeatedly as well. Okay, I've got cards and stamp sets everywhere on my desk at the moment. I'm just making sure none of it slides off. Okay. We'll bring in the big shot. And I was reading, just for a bit of information, I was actually reading our updates on Stampin' Up! The other day about our home brand, I suppose you could call it. The Stampin' Up! Version of die cutting machine will be getting released to demonstrators soon and to customers a short time after it's released to demos. So that will be happening very soon. The smaller one, however, won't be released quite as soon. I'm actually waiting for the smaller one to be released because at the moment the big shot's doing me fine. Eventually I will get the Stampin' Up! One probably, but as I said, I'd just like to keep my options open as far as the larger one goes, but it doesn't look as though we're going to be getting the smaller one before Christmas the way it's going. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, so that was our long neck cutout. And what am I going to put as the saying? Bearing in mind it will go to a family with little boys. So thanks for being a friendosaurus. I love you this much. It's more than it looks. Look who's hatched. Well, that's more for a baby. Or you're Rawrsome. I think we'll go you're Rawrsome and then thanks for being a friendosaurus on the inside. Okay, so we're going to stick our long neck. Stick our long neck out. You can see my nails still haven't grown back fully, so I'm going to pop him there. And yes, I will need to put some extra dimension under his neck and under his tail. There. Okay, so we've got that bit done, and it doesn't really matter that his tail's gone underneath. So there we go, he's on there. Bring in our white cardstock again. I'm just going to cut a piece off to do the stamping, and I'm going to bring in the Mossy Meadow, since that is the colour of the cardstock after all. Okay, so where's my Your Rawrsome? And we're just going to stamp that in the middle there. Now, I have not re-inked that Mossy Meadow since I first got that stamp pad. Mossy Meadow came in 2016, I think. No, 2015. Could have even been 2014. Point is, that's never been re-inked. Look at how well that's stamped. Okay, now, in the die set, do we have a die to cut out the sentiments? No. No. I don't really want to put it inside the egg. You could, but no. So I'll see if I've got a die. We'll look okay just like that. Actually, where did it go? I have decided to chop this off. So as you can see, there's no there's no real measurements for the label of this one. Okay, a little bit of snail on the back, and we'll pop this nicely on there and just take off this bit. And there we go. Pop that aside. And I'm going to pop that up on some dimensionals. So just 2 dimensionals, one on either side. And just there. Yep, I like that. And just to give it a bit of oomph, we've got some of the I think it was the Proud Peacock suite that came out. We got these gemstones, and I think these are ideal. Not bad, I don't think, for a card I didn't have planned. I'll just move everything out the way, and I'm going to bring the camera in a little bit so you can see it a bit better. So there we go. Now inside. Okay, now thanks for being a friendosaurus. Back in with the mossy meadow. And just in the middle there. Yes, I think the people I have in mind for this card will like this. Now I'm just going to bring in one of the other dinos, and I'm just going to do the top of him. Back in with the mossy meadow. Now I need a piece of paper to stamp off because I don't want it really dark, and I'm just going to stamp him in the corner. He's missing a bit, but never mind. Okay, pop that away. Back in with the card. Just give that a bit of a wave because it is really juicy still. Not bad for over 5 years of having it in my collection. Okay, and we're just going to pop that just there, and that's the card finished. Okay, so as I said, I hope you saw that. Just realised I'd moved the camera in and I forgot all about filming. So I hope you like this card inside and out, and that's enough from me for today. I'm gonna have to work my butt off over the next couple of days and get some more filming done, and I'll put off the other card until next week when my new Versamark will arrive. Okay, that's enough from me for today. If you'd like to purchase any of the supplies, please help a really discombobulated demo here and purchase from my store. Okay, the links are down in the description. The blog post will have all the measurements and everything that you need, so just pop on over there. You'll find that downstairs too. Okay, that's enough from me for today. I'll see you later. Bye bye.